All right, Dev. So we're here on a Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
I know you've got Berlin coming up this Sunday. It's
Yeah.
pretty soon. So just a couple of questions that we want to ask and have a chat before your race. And hopefully in 2 weeks' time, we'll just sit down and have a post-race debrief. Question number one, how many marathons have you done so far?
I want to say 10 to 15.
And what was your last marathon?
It's the Singapore Marathon. So I did Chicago in October, and then the Singapore Marathon in December.
For Berlin this Sunday, what is your goal time? Yep.
Survive. It's my goal time. I'm hoping for something under 2:50.
Can you describe your preparations to date? How does it look like? Maybe give an indication of what your weekly mileage has been.
I think roughly about 100 Ks a week. Peak mileage was maybe 110, 120. Roughly 10K runs in the week, and then slightly longer runs on one of the days in the week, and much longer runs on the weekend.
Looking back at this training block, can you describe the hardest part, either physically or mentally, about this training block for Berlin?
So I like running. I love running, I think. The part that's always hardest for me is the bit before the marathon. Like today, like the days leading up to today and the days that follow, when you get very paranoid about anything, like crossing the road, a car's gonna hit you, every niggle might be an injury, you're getting on the plane, possibly falling ill, all of that. We do what we can, and we try and get there in one piece, and then we enjoy the race.
In this training block, any significant setbacks
Yeah.
that you've experienced?
Yeah, it's quite silly. So I told you about this. I fell down last week while on a run, and I hit my hip in a very bad way. Couldn't run the next day. It's been slightly painful ever since. On hindsight, it's not the worst time to get it, because it's a week out, you're into taper. Shouldn't have happened, so it is what it is.
What's your focus between now and come Sunday? Is it on nutrition? Is it on rest? Is it getting this injury healed up in time?
I guess it's a bunch of that. Today was more about finishing work so that I have some peace of mind on the flight. Nutrition, I'm okay. We got masks for the plane to make sure we're taking the precautions we can take. We're not professional athletes, which means we don't face the burden of professional athletes. And it's important to enjoy ourselves. So that's the mindset now.
We're having dinner just around the corner. So a lot of them, or some of them who I spoke to, some of the guests, said that they would love to run a marathon for the first time.
Did they?
Yeah. So Sandy said that she wants to go, I think the longest distance that she's run is 5 kilometers. What's your, I mean, you've done 10 to 15 marathons. What's your top tip for someone wanting to commit himself or herself to a marathon? Like, what's the best way to not only just run it, but also run it in a sensible way?
Yeah.
Because it's not an easy task, right?
I think the first thing I would say is you got to have a good reason to do it. I think there are many people who get into a marathon maybe for not the best of reasons. Like, it shouldn't be for the finishing medal or for bragging rights or anything. Like I said, I love running, so it was a natural extension of running shorter distances and then building up to the marathon and doing it with friends. So as long as you have a good reason, I think that will set everything else straight. The miles will come in because you want to achieve your goal in a sensible and meaningful way, and the miles won't be painful. But if you have a not so good reason, then I think it will be drudgery, and the marathon itself may not be as fulfilling.
Brilliant advice. Well, let's hope for a good run this Sunday.
Yeah.
Good luck. We'll
Yeah.
sit down in 2 weeks' time.
I'll see you in Italy, man.
See you in Italy. All right, good luck.